Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft has released two new Insider Program builds to the beta channel and to the dev channel. And although the beta channel is still testing version 25H2 features, and the dev channel now, as I have posted previously, is testing this year's annual feature update Windows 11 26H2 features, both builds are identical for the beta and the dev channel, although they are running in separate channels. And that's because Microsoft has said that 26H2 will be built on top of 25H2 using a small enablement package, and they will share the same feature parity as I've posted previously. So for the beta channel, we get build 26,220.7752. For the dev channel, that will be build 26,300.7733. And the update for the beta channel is KB5074177, and the update for the dev channel is KB5074178. Now, focusing on what's new. Now, I would say that the key highlight and the biggest change in these builds is the introduction of built-in Sysmon, short for System Monitor, which marks quite a big shift for advanced system monitoring on Windows. So basically what this does is that Sysmon now ships directly with Windows and no longer requires a separate download. It also allows users and administrators to capture detailed system events for threat detection using custom configuration files. All collected data, Microsoft says, writes directly to the Windows event log, making it easier to integrate with existing security and monitoring tools. And I actually think this is a move in the right direction. Now, Microsoft says that by default, in the dev and the beta channels, Sysmon is disabled by default. So how you would enable the feature manually if you are in the dev and the beta channel is you would head to your settings, navigate to System, scroll down till where you see optional features, and there you would click on more Windows features, which opens up the legacy turn Windows features on or off menu. And if you are in dev and beta, you will see Sysmon in this location under the S's. As part of turning Windows features on or off, you would check the box, and then obviously you would click OK, and that would install the system monitoring tool, and then there's a good chance you'll have to restart your device. So that's the easy way to do it if you are in the dev and the beta channel. Alternatively, Microsoft says you can use the command line or PowerShell. And here's the two commands. So first of all, you would enter this command at the prompt, hit enter. And after enabling the feature, you would complete the setup by running this command if you are in the dev and the beta channel. And just take note, though, that Microsoft does say that if you have already installed Sysmon from the website, it must be uninstalled before enabling the built-in native Sysmon. So just take note of that. So that's the key highlight, I would say. And then we get support for the Netherlands location that's been added to voice access. So that's an accessibility feature, which is nice to see. And then over and above that, guys, there are a couple of fixes for the File Explorer, where Microsoft says it's fixed a few issues in File Explorer, including accessibility improvements, as in keyboard, navigation and access keys, folder renaming with custom names, and missing icons and or tooltips for add to favorites in the File Explorer. So I'm always in favor of fixes rolling out to the File Explorer. And then we get a fix listed as other, where Microsoft says it's fixed an issue that caused apps to freeze when working with files on OneDrive or Dropbox. Some Outlook setups with PSTs on OneDrive could also hang or reload email data. So two categories of fixes rolling out, and we have no known issues for the beta and the dev channel for this week. So that's more or less, guys, what's new for the dev and beta channels. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.